In this video, I'm going to show how to replace the ignition coil boots and the springs that go inside to transfer the electricity on this Ford Excursion. There are 5 on each side. I recommend replacing all of them at the same time. Let's get started. I'm going to be showing you how to do the replacement on this cylinder. They're all the same. They are all just about the same difficulty to reach. It just might require to move some hoses out of the way. And that applies to both sides of the engine. This is just the one that you can see the best. Use a 7mm socket and break free the bolt, holding down the ignition coil onto the engine. We'll remove it all the way. Remove the bolt completely. And set it aside. Now grab the connector, the electrical connector for the ignition coil, press on the tab in the center and pull it off of the ignition coil. There we go, separate the two. Sometimes sand builds up in here, so shake it off. Also check for corrosion. This one is perfectly fine, so I'm going to set that aside. Now you can grab the ignition coil and pull it straight out. To replace the boot on this ignition coil, once you have it out, you just grab it and twist it. That'll pop the boot off. Now you still have this spring in here. You can just pull on it and it'll unhook from the inside where it connects. So at this point you would take your other spring, and they're both the same, or both ends are identical, I should say. So it doesn't matter which way you put it on. Just make sure it's pressed on there. And then you take the boot, slide that over, and you want to line up this flat part with this tab. Just press it on all the way. Just give it a couple gentle twists to make sure it's seated, and that is installed. The only other thing I would do is add a little bit of silicone paste just to the edges of the boot so that the spark plug, once you put this back on, over time doesn't get stuck to the boot, and you won't have to fight it next time this has to be removed. So let's install this. Get the ignition coil and slide it down into the cylinder, making sure that it seats on that spark plug. Press it down, line it up. Might as well plug it in while we're at it. Make sure that connector clicks. I felt it. It was a very quiet click, but it did lock in. And let's put the bolt in. Start it on by hand. With it bottomed out, let's snug it up. These don't need to be very tight. That got snug. Just give it a little bit extra, and that is plenty tight. Make sure everything is centered, and if you moved any hoses or wires out of the way, or pushed them I should say, make sure they're seated back where they belong. At this point, you want to do the same to all the other cylinders. When you replace one, you want to replace all of them so the engine can run smoothly and evenly.
When only the best will do, demand TRQ. The only company that lets you view before you do. TRQ is committed to offering the highest quality aftermarket auto parts that are engineered for peace of mind. Thanks for using and viewing with TRQ.